St. Johners and friends, we have come to the end of another week of concern and awareness and behavior changes brought on by the coronavirus. We are at a time in America where that curve, that line on the curve that we are endeavoring to flatten, is still climbing. The number of illnesses and deaths are still increasing. So I'd like to begin our time together by placing another stone in a bowl of salted water in appreciation for those who are hurting, those who have lost their lives, those who are grieving. It is not okay to say that these things are just inevitable and not to care. Our humanity demands that we care, that we give due attention and appreciation to every life that is lost. These are our neighbors. These are our friends. It doesn't matter if we've never met them. They are important. So we place the stone in a bowl of salted water, and we remember that when the time comes and the curve begins to flatten, we will pour in fresh water, because we know that healing will come as well. And in keeping with our tradition at St. John's, I'd like to place two stones in our bowl, one for the joys that we have experienced this week, and one for the sorrows. I light this lamp in appreciation for all the ways we have found to be together, for all the ways that we support each other and help heal the world. Will you join me in an attitude of prayer? Holy One of blessing, we name your presence in us and among us. Your beauty is in the flowers of spring and the blessings of the season. Your comfort is eternal, your presence all-encompassing. Many of us are afraid for our loved ones, our neighbors, and ourselves. Many of us are afraid for our nation, our world, our earth. Many of us are afraid to be together and afraid to be alone, and many of us are just afraid. Many of us are delighted to get to know our spouses and partners again. Many of us are learning to play with our children. Many of us are talking to neighbors across fences. Many of us are learning to connect in new ways. Help us to live between the reality of sorrow and joy, the reality that each individual life is everything, each loss worthy of lament, and the reality that our lives are short and fragile and small in the wide universe. Seasons will come and go and come again. Humanity will hurt and heal. We will rage against the injustices, and we will rise to make justice happen. As we navigate these impossible straits, remind us to love ourselves and each other. Help us to be faithful to what is eternally good and true. Help us to be humble enough to welcome wisdom from others, and to always point our hearts, our minds, and our hands towards love and justice.